Welcome to Subramani. The Shapoorji Pallonji group quitting the Tatas is really end of an era. End of an era is not a word which you use very easily, but this is definitely end of an era because the Tata group is largely owned by trusts, which are charitable trusts, and the voting of SP group used to be very important. And in one of the worst acts of corporate governance, the Tata group decided to take a public company private. I think it's one of the worst things. Anyway, that is history. So last week or about 10 days back, they decided that they need to sell their stake, and obviously the buyer would be Tata Sons. How will Tata Sons be able to buy the stake in Shapoorji Pallonji? Well, they have a lot of options. They have 900 unlisted, listed companies. They have 26 listed companies. So they could just sell off one company. Let's say they could just sell off to say Tata Power or some 2-3 companies and then use that money. But I'm assuming that they will not do anything like that because that requires more dynamism than what is visible in the group even now. So it's a chance that they will sell off their stake further in TCS, which would be maybe another 15% or thereabouts would be the consideration. The thing is, on one side, the Shapoorji Pallonji side must be far more eager to do the deal and get the cash, and the Tata group must not be so much eager to. They are not in a hurry, and they know that they can bide their time. They can push and they can get maybe better rates. What choice does Shapoorji Pallonji have? Well, when they know that the price is fixed and the money is going to come, best is to pledge those shares worth $3 billion, $20 billion, and raise money against that. That is one thing which is possible. Will they do it? I don't know. I don't know whether they've already done it, but the SP group does not have too much of a choice because one is hearing about financial problems for them. The Sterling and Wilson Solar Limited example is again there, that and this group would not like to tarnish its name in the debt market. There are rumors that some big mortgage companies and banks are already pushing them, and anybody who has entered infrastructure for whatever reasons, whether it was Z group or SP group, are going to suffer because this country government just doesn't pay, right? So never deal with the government if you have a choice. So whatever reasons, the 20% stake or a 15% stake sale in TCS is not going to happen very quickly. Will they sell it in the market, or will they do a private placement of equity of maybe they could even do private placement of Tata Sons and therefore avoid selling this? Whatever they do, the flexibility of the Tata group is going to be reduced, and with the exit of Ratan Tata, I'm not sure whether he's still interfering in the business. There is we don't know, or is it just N. Chandra running it? Then these are two completely different ways how the whole business will be run. First, for Tata Sons to buy out the group is going to require a lot of money, and which means the stake in TCS will come down from 72% to 56%. Tatas can definitely run a company in India with 56% stake. It is far more than enough, but then that is the cash cow. Do you want to give away the cash cow, which means the dividends will go down in future, or will you get rid of some other companies? We do not know. Tata Sons' ability to infuse equity into other group companies, etc., depends largely on the dividend from from TCS, and that financial flexibility will definitely go down. They can Tata Group can definitely sell off a lot of non-core business. They have too much of it, and also raise some debt. I mean, there is no way how a banker will say no to Tata Sons raising money. Maybe by pledging shares of TCS. TCS will definitely give better return than the rate at which they borrow. I'm sure they will be able to get money in the region of 7-8%. Even they can raise it privately without going to a bank. A lot of HNIs, UHNIs are eager to put money in debt, so 8-9%, maybe even 10% over a 10-year period will definitely be better than selling the stake in TCS, but we do not know what they are going to do. Of course, there is loss of potential dividend if they sell off the assets, but then it means there is no burden of paying interest. They have in the past pledged their own shares, but we do not know what they are going to do, and we also do not know what is Chandra's priorities in terms of cash allocation for the future. They have to concentrate on Tata Steel, on Tata Motors and on TCS, which are their top three. What will they do with Tata Power? Well, Tata Power is going to require money. Are they going to allow Tata Power to raise money on its own? Are they going to reduce their stake? We do not know. One thing very clear, when you're sitting in a position like Chandra, you will like to sell shares of yours which are fully priced rather than shares which have a lot more potential. So I don't think he's in a hurry to sell Tata Consumer or Tata Power where he thinks he can take the share price much higher before he starts diluting. So maybe your Tata Power is a share which you would like to sell at 200, but TCS, he may feel that well, the future is good, but the immediate jump in TCS may not be very high. So this may be a good price for him to exit TCS, if not 16%, and a combination of solutions: selling some non-core assets, selling a little bit of TCS, collecting the dividend from TCS, giving TCS shares to TCS for buyback. All these combinations should be able to raise money for them. The other possibilities, of course, to raise money in Tata Sons by diluting equity, but I do not know whether they are going to do that. Nothing. This is just a speculative thing. In all these scenarios, there will be performance pressures on TCS to be able to repay the loan, because this group has to be terribly dependent on TCS, because Tata Motors and Tata Steel still have a long way to go. Tata Steel within this country will definitely look for some growth, organic or inorganic growth, as Chandra said in an interview. Tata Motors is trying to get to be debt free over the next 2-3 years. Tata Power is going to require some handholding and some money. So yes, so what are the options? Options are pretty limited, and it is also a leadership challenge within the Tatas as to how to handle this. There are a lot of tough decisions which Chandra will have to take within the next 6 months, though this is definitely one. And what the Tatas wanted has really come true. SP Group has decided to quit. Maybe we do not know how much pressure was put on SP Group by whom, but definitely one can see the hand of the Tatas in terms of SP Group not being able to get enough money to be able to pay off, and I don't think a group with this reputation will want a default to stay too long. So the severing of ties had to happen, because the worst acts of corporate governance, Cyrus was asked to go. I mean, I'm not getting into too much of details. So with all this given, it will be interesting times to see the Shapoorji Pallonji Tata relationship. It's a good thing for many other businesses and groups to know. One thing again very clear, that every partnership is a JV without an exit date. One day they have to leave. So sad, epoch making, once in an era, lifetime event, whatever you want to call it. But yes, the end of this relationship. SP Group has behaved extremely well with the Tata Group. This will be an end of an era. Tata Group is more like BJP. They don't need any of the smaller parties. but I think Chandra has tough times ahead for himself. Thank you.